Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will be discussing about Elastic Compute Cloud. We will be covering what exactly Elastic Compute Cloud, called as Amazon EC2 instances, is. What are the various pricing options available in EC2, and what are the various types, or we called it as a families, in EC2. So let's begin with what exactly is EC2. So EC2 is a web service that provides us a reliable compute capacity over the cloud, which means that we get our servers, or we can say our images, on the cloud, where we can do our computings, we can create databases, we can install our applications over the cloud. Earlier what was happening is we were ordering huge amount of hardwares, and ordering a hardware was quite difficult because we need to raise POs, and it used to take a lot of months, and as an architect it was difficult to trace what exactly the hardware is coming, what facilities, what what type of hard disk will be there. So they need to look into a lot of aspects over there, and we were spending huge amount over the hardware. Now what AWS come up with, it will be giving virtual machines, according to our compute capacity, what type of RAM we need, what will be the CPU which we need, and according to that we will be paying less amount as compared to ordering a physical hardware. So in a nutshell, I can say that EC2 is a virtual machine on the cloud. With EC2, it reduces the time required to obtain and boot a new servers, and with the EC2, the boot process will be like in 2 minutes we will be getting our machines up. Earlier it was like we need to install the operating system, which takes about an hour to get installed, and with EC2 a lot of time can be saved and a lot of money can be saved. So we can get EC2 instances based on our computing capacity, what type of RAM, how much RAM we required, how much CPU we can require, and for that there is a pricing models which AWS has designed. So I will go to the pricing model. So these are the services pricing model, Amazon EC2. So Amazon basically provides 4 types of pricing model for EC2. One is on demand, second is reserved instances, third is spot instances, and fourth one is dedicated hosts. So on demand is, it allows us to pay a fixed amount by the hour with no commitments. Like if we want to get a machine for 1 hour to do some analysis over the database, or we have some flag files and we want to do analysis, we can get EC2 instances for an hour, and we will be paying for that particular hour only. After that there will be no extra cost that will be involved, and the EC2 instances can be released, and we will not be having any commitment with AWS. Whereas in reserved instances, what is it provides us a capacity reservation and offer a significant discount on the hourly charge for an instance. So suppose if we in a telecom industry, we know that there will be some applications running for like 2 years or 3 years. So we will be reserving our instances, getting a contract with the Amazon for 3 years, and that contract will help us to reduce the cost. So we are specially reserving our instances, the number of RAMs we will be using, the number of CPUs we will be using, how much day usage will be there. According to that we can reserve our instances. Whereas in spot instances, what is it enables us to bid whatever price you want for an instance. So suppose if you take example of a share market, what we do is we bid for a particular share, and when our bid is equal to the share price, then we used to get that particular share. The same is happening over here also. We will be bidding, like I want to spend $40 for an hour. I will bid on the AWS site, and once the type of instance which we bidded reach to a value of $40 for an hour, then the instance will be allocated to me. Okay, so the next point over here is, if in case the prices goes up above $40, like I bid for $40 and after spending 30 minutes the price goes to $45, so Amazon will terminate our session, our instance, and we will not be charged for that 30-minute usage. So it means that if Amazon terminates the session, we will not be charged for any partial hour usage. But in case if we terminate after 40 minutes or 50 minutes, then we will be charged for an hour. There will be no leverages for this. We will be charged for complete. The main advantage of the spot instances is for companies which need high computing servers, and they can bid and they can run their applications at any time. Like in the night time they can come, they can run for 2 hours and they can get the results. So that will be a good for the companies who needs the high computing capacities, and they can run the application anytime. Whereas in dedicated host, we will be allocating a dedicated servers, EC2 servers for use, and it helps us in the licensing. We get a dedicated host for us, particular RAMs, how much RAM we will be required, the number of CPUs, and we will not be taking the licenses. The licenses will be covered for all the applications or the third-party applications. So in this, we will have a license which will support multi-tenancy. So this is about the pricing models which are available on EC2. Let's move on to Ec2 Instance Type. So Amazon has categorized their Ec2 instances based on these 4 criteria. Like if you want to have a general purpose, if you want to have a good compute optimized servers, if you want to have a memory optimized servers, if you want to have a accelerated computing, or we want to have a storage optimized. So these are the different families they have provided, and we can go through this link. If you do a Google Amazon Instance Type, you will get a complete list of Amazon Instance Type. We call them as a families also. So this is T2. T2 covers basic 1 CPU with a small amount of memory RAM will be allocated to your EC2 instances. Apart from that, there are some M5s which will be 2 virtual CPUs with dedicated EBS. So we will be covering this EBS in our next videos, so don't worry about that. So these are the things which we need to first go through before going to create an EC2 instances. In my next video, I will be creating a EC2 instance and how to connect those EC2 instance from a Windows laptop. Thanks for going through this video. Please comment and get your questions clarified, and please do subscribe to this video channel. Thanks.